it wouldn't make a bit of a difference. Okay, we still wouldn't serve your gods or worship the gold statue you set up. Nebuchadnezzar, his face purple with anger, cut off Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He ordered the furnace fire up 7 times hotter than the usual. This is what we are going through. Sometimes the more you stand with God, the more your situation becomes tough. Have you ever experienced it? Sometimes the more you pray, the more your business collapses, the more the rejections multiply in your life. There are people here, when you decide not to pray, life seems to be okay and normal for you. When you start to pray, that is when attacks will double up. So some of you have said to yourself, I don't think I should be praying, because anytime I pray, that week, that month, I face through a lot of challenges. Have you ever experienced that? Moments when you don't pray, nothing happens. The moment you start praying, then somebody comes to sleep with you in your dreams. For weeks, for months, when you don't pray, nothing happens. When you don't pray, you don't have any issues. When you are not close to God, you don't have any issues. Everything seems to be normal until you rise up and begin to pray. Then everything scattered. They heated the furnace 7 extra times. Why? Because they refused to bow. That is what most of us are going through. The more you sow the seed, you sow seeds in the church, and you are expecting bountiful harvest, the more financially bankrupt you become. If you don't give your offering and give your tithe, it looks like things are okay. But listen to me, child of God. The enemy knows the result of your action, so he will always frustrate you so that you will not be consistent in that thing for him to have total dominance over your life. But tonight, even if our God doesn't deliver us, we will not stop praying, we will not stop giving, we will not stop paying our tithe, we will not stop coming to church. Even if the business doesn't work out, even if the business, I love the faith of this young man. I love it. But that is not my message. I just decided to pause there. Because the oven was eaten 7 times. 7 times. There are people here, you have lost your job. There are people here, you have lost your relationships. You have lost your children. You have lost your husband. And you wonder what you are doing wrong. Because they told you that whatsoever a man soweth, so shall he reap. And many of us, we have been sowing good things. You are doing all the sacrifice. You are making all the sacrifice. You are dedicated. You are loyal. You are faithful. But the only thing that you have back is betrayal and disappointment and disgrace and shame. And you are perplexed in that situation. And you wonder whether being faithful, whether being prayerful, whether being committed to church, whether being loyal to that man, to that woman, whether being loyal to that woman is what is causing you to go through what you are going through. So some of us, we are tempted to compromise. Let me stop being faithful to men. All men are the same. Who told you? Let me stop being faithful to women. The more faithful I become, the more worse they become. And nothing good is coming out of it. So you are tempted. Let me also go cheat. Let me also go do all kinds of things. But listen to me, child of God. I came with a word for somebody. Even if it doesn't bow, we will not compromise. That is the state I want somebody to get to. Let's move on. Please move myself. Verse 19. Verse 20. He ordered some strong men from the army to tie them up, hands and feet. Now I want you to take note of this. They tied them up, their hands, their feet, and throw them into the roaring furnace. Go ahead. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, bound hand and foot, fully dressed from the head to toe, were pitched into the roaring fire. Because the king was in such a hurry and the furnace was so hot, flames from the furnace killed the men who carried Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to eat. Now, I want you to take note of this. Because the furnace was heated 7 times, even the flame have survived. What others went through and it killed them, you have gone through and you are still standing. Suddenly the king Nebuchadnezzar jumped up in alarm and said, didn't we throw 3 men bound hand, foot into the fire? That is right, O king, they said. Verse 25. But look, he said, I see 4 men walking around freely in the fire, completely unharmed. Nothing has happened to them. And the 4th man looks like the Son of God. God is about to surprise your enemies. What God? Verse 26. Nebuchadnezzar went to the door of the roaring furnace and called in Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God. Come out here, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego walked out of the fire. Tonight, my sermon is simple. Walking out of the fire. Walking out of the fire. Somebody will walk out of the fire tonight. Somebody walk out. You see, this is a story that many of us are familiar with, but I just want us to take some few minutes to look at certain instances and pause and ponder about certain things about this particular scripture that motivates me so much. Listen, these 3 Hebrew men, there was a decree. Nebuchadnezzar on the land of Babylon made a statue, and after he finished making the statue, he made a decree that at the blowing of the trumpet and the sound, everyone on every single day must bow down wherever that person is to worship this statue, this idol. And Bible let me understand that he said that whoever refused to obey this decree will be thrown into the burning furnace of fire. But there were 3 Hebrew boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And listen, these boys were not from the land of Babylon. They were captives who were living on a foreign land, which is the land of Babylon. So they were not even members of people of that land. They were foreigners. So imagine a foreigner, somebody from Germany coming to steal in Labadi, and they will break the person. Because the person, they don't know him. The way they treat blacks outside the country is different. The way they treat blacks is different. So they made a decree, and these 3 Hebrew boys decided that for them, they serve only Jehovah. They serve only the God of Israel, and they will not bow to any other God, irrespective of the punishment attached to it. So the trumpet was blown one day, everybody bowed, and they didn't bow. And somebody saw them and went to report them. And the king called them and asked, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, you were here. Everyone knows about this decree. Is it true that you didn't bow? I said, yes. We cannot bow to this idol. We only bow to Jehovah. He said, are you aware of the punishment? He said, yes. We are aware that those who refuse will be thrown into the burning furnace of fire. And the king was so much angry. And they said that we know that if you throw us in there, the God that we serve will deliver us. What a faith! What a faith! We know. Somebody, if you will come to this realization and this level of faith, there is no situation that you will ever face and go through that will discourage you, that will break you down, that will paralyze you. You will go through them and you will come out of it by reason of the faith you have. He said, we know our God will deliver us. And even if he doesn't deliver us, we will not bow. Can I talk to you about compromising? We are living in a world that people are doing all kinds of things. The fear of God has diminished and departed from our land, and children are doing all kinds of things. Parents are living all kinds of life. Nobody gives a damn of what the other does or what people will think about it or what they will do. Everybody is refuse to be like them. I refuse to stoop low and to come to their level. I refuse to do what they are doing. I refuse to go where they go. I refuse to eat what they eat. I refuse to indulge myself in activities they indulge myself. I decided to be unique, so I set myself apart and I raise a higher standard for myself. You need not to compromise. There are a lot of people here, perhaps you have compromised your dedication to the church because of what others are doing. You have compromised. You used to be so addicted to church. You used to love the church. You used to love God, but the attitude of men you have decided are to be reluctant towards worship, towards serving God. By reason of the situations that you are going through, you have become so frustrated and you are discouraged in God. You are giving up on God because it looks like God is not doing anything about it. So you are no longer ties with the things of God. You are no longer interested in the activities in the house. You don't even sow seed. You don't give offering. Why? Because of certain things that you are going through. You don't even pray as you ought to pray because you said to yourself you have been praying and nothing is happening. So why must I continue to pray? You have compromised your Christianity by reason of your situation. You have compromised. These three people said we will not bow. You see, I cannot live the way others are living my life because when I look at myself, I realize that I am a destined child. God brought me on earth for a purpose, so I cannot live anyhow. I can do all the things that they are doing, but the difference between me and them is that I am a destined child, and destined children are destined for greatness. And if you are destined for greatness, you cannot do what the ordinary people are doing. You need to set yourself apart, and you need to set a standard for yourself. Because people in the house of the Lord, you have compromised your prayer life. You have compromised your fasting. You have compromised your dedication to God. You have compromised everything around you. You have compromised. And you are living by the standards of the world. Listen to me, child of God. Until you refuse to compromise, your uniqueness and greatness will never bear forth. Will never bear out. Until you refuse to compromise. There are a lot of people you are compromising because you think without that guy you cannot survive, you cannot live, so you are compromising and doing all kinds of things. Without that girl I cannot survive. You are compromising because of a job opportunity. You are compromising because of 2,000 Ghana cedis. You are compromising because of 1,000 Ghana cedis. You are compromising for all kinds of things. You just want to fit into the society. You just want to fit into the community. So you are following trend. Many of us sitting here, you are following what others are doing. You know you are not born to be in the pub. You know you are not born to be in the club. Why? Because you are a destined child, but because you want to fit. Whenever they move, you move. Whenever they go, you go. When they smoke, you smoke. When you drink, you drink. When you are a destined child, there are things you can't do. And Bible told Samson, Bible said there was a man called Samson. He was a destined child. God brought him forth onto the surface of the earth for a specific, unique assignment. And there was an instruction that Samson, that if you want to fulfill destiny and be greater, make sure you don't take any wine. Make sure you don't raise and touch your hair. The very day a raise and touch your hair, or you take wine, you shall die. So he was a Nazarite, and here comes the man carrying a whole city gate on his shoulder, which was impossible. Killing a tiger with his bare hands, which was impossible. He was able to do that because he understood that he was a destined child, so he never compromised. There are a lot of us who have compromised. You are a destined child. I can't do what my friends are doing. I am tired of this kind of life. I cannot follow it. I cannot eat. I cannot do what they are doing. The moment you do that, you have truncated your destiny. You are doing things you never thought you would do. You never dreamt you would ever do because of a relationship. Because you want to excel, you want to blow, you want to be successful and fruitful. You have indulging yourself, compromising to indulge yourself in all kinds of activity. Listen to me, greatness is not in compromise. You can never be great if you compromise. Listen, there are a lot of parents who have compromised. They want their children to fit into the standard of the world. So things about their children doesn't bother them. In fact, they rather push them. They rather push them to go to places they're not supposed to go, to eat what they are not supposed to eat, drink what they are not supposed to drink, wear not what they are supposed to wear. Why? Because they just want their children to fit. They just want people to talk good about their children. Listen, men and children of destiny cannot do everything. Compromise. We can't do everything. We can't do everything. We can't do everything. We can't do everything. You can't compromise. 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 You have come too far. And this young boy said we will not bow. And we know that if you see, when you refuse to compromise, you go through tough times. You go through difficulties. When you refuse to compromise, when you refuse to fit into the society, there are a lot of challenges that you go through, and it is very true. But I said that we know our God will deliver us. I know my God will deliver me. Sure. Listen to me, your God will deliver you. If people don't want to help you, they only want you to compromise before they give you that job. They only want you to compromise before they give you access to that company. They want you to compromise before they pay your fees. They want you to compromise before they give you money for their rent. When they want you to compromise, tell them that to hell with that money, to hell with that job. I said a God who will give me a better job. I said a God who can give me and provide for all my needs according to his riches. Don't allow people to push you to do things you are not supposed to do. For you to have what you need, your God is able to provide. That's why nobody, I will not compromise my spirituality. I will not compromise my calling just because of a church member. I will not compromise my ministry because of a church member. If you don't want to follow the directives, you can go. If you don't want to follow the instructions, you can go. Even if you are the one that this church is built upon, you can't have access to do what you want. You do what God has instructed me to do. I can't compromise to tolerate you for you to stay in the church because I know that I serve a God who, when you leave, will bring a better person. So you better be active in the church. You better be dedicated to the church. You better be faithful. It is a privilege for you to serve. God is doing you a favor to make you serve in his house. You are not doing God a favor. So I will not compromise my calling to bring a foot, to bring a member to come to church. I can check on you, but I can't force you to be in church. If you don't want to stay, you better leave because some people are the reasons why certain churches has collapsed. I can't compromise. I can't compromise. And I love it. And the king said, warm the fire 7 times. And they warmed the fire 7 times. And after they finished warming the fire, they ordered men to throw them into it. Listen, many of us are survivors. Many of us. Many of us sitting under the sound of my voice. You have been through difficult times, but God has preserved you. You have been through it. You have been through hell, but God has preserved you just because you want to keep your standard. They have pushed you into fire. They have pushed your marriage into fire. They have pushed your relationship into fire. Your business, your ministry, it has been pushed into fire. Why? Because you refuse to